Hello, folks. Summertime, and it's, time to get that deck together. It held up pretty well over the winter. So it's time to get this power washer out and try to get this puppy going. Usually starts on the first try, but you will see that I did something that I probably should have known. But at the end of this, you will see how this deck turned out. It was pretty good. So let's get started. So the first thing I was doing is I'm checking all of the oils and filters and all of that. And then I'm trying to get it started. It just will not get started. Pull the cord all the way out. Everything's checking out. So sometimes you got to step back and take a look. Still won't start. So eventually I said, let me put some gas in here. Now the problem was I only had about a tiny bit of gas. And apparently that just wasn't enough to get it started after sitting for a year. As soon as I filled it up, 2 or 3 good pulls and it started. So now I'm soaping up everything. Anybody can get some. Who wants some? Who wants some soap on them? I did the windows, I did the stairs, the siding. Everybody can get some. Now once you turn over this table, you got to spray up under there because sometimes bees make a nest under there, which is kind of weird. We sit there all the time. You change out the soap heads on this and you start rinsing it. This power washer is so strong that it starts, making some of the stain chip away, but that's okay. You kind of want that, to be honest with you. The weaker spots you can fill in. I've had this deck for 15 years, so it's holding up pretty good. Now we just rinse off the side of the house, rinse off the windows, make everything nice and clean. Once we do that and everything's all dried up, now it's time to put the stain on. Let's get it. There's a lot of ways that you can put stain on. They have the little pad that you put on like the end of a stick. I like to take a thick staining brush and get all down in the grooves. So sometimes you have to get on your hands and knees and push that stain down in there. Then you come back the next day and you put a second coat on. What I didn't show on here is on the bottom half, that octagon part, I did put a water sealer on there. And I wanted to see how that looked against the top part. And it really holds up well. The water beads up like you wouldn't believe. Now it's time to take off all of the furniture off the top deck, pillows and everything. This bigger rug that frayed, I fixed the fraying of it and I put it down on the concrete padding part below at the deck. Again, soap everywhere. Everybody can get some. Just push that soap in there, let it sit, and then you come back and you rinse it. Gets all that mold, mildew, any kind of those little orange, tiny little ants that might be up underneath some stuff. Takes care of it all. I got the plastic over there so the flowers won't get all of that bleachy stuff on them. So that's why you see that black tarp there. So now let's take a look at it. Stained the top, stained the bottom. And it's time to put the furniture back on the decks in the order that they go. Seems like a lot of work, but I mean, it really isn't. I got rain in between each time, so it took me 3 days, but it's not that much work. Here's the result. Hey folks, I'm gonna just show you how this turned out. So look at this. The deck turned out really, really nice. We stained it up. I put in a shorter rug right here because that longer rug was fraying and it just didn't seem to fit. Notice how the water sealant has the water beading. See that?